Al, it's time for us to get some stuff about Kinako this week. Not really
Mm-hmm.
learning about her backstory or anything. It's just her episode.
Yep.
It's the epitome of have confidence, no confidence. The episode, and
It
a
it re
dog's here.
and a dog is here, and the dog needs water or something. The dog is suffering.
Poor Chibi.
Poor Chibi.
Anyways, yes, we're talking about that all this week here on Jared and Now Watch Love Life Superstar. This is episode number 34. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen, Lady
Hello.
We're discussing season 3, episode number 10, entitled Kinako Sakurakoji. It's an episode about her. Leela's made it through regionals. They're off to the Tokyo tournament.
Woo.
Yippee. Kanon's like, Kinako, you're going to write the lyrics because
Y'all got to do stuff after we're graduated.
basically, yes. Can't be relying on us anymore. You gotta start picking up the slack now. So Kinko's like, okay, I'll do it, but she struggles immensely with trying to find a lyric. She doesn't know how to do it. Her brain's just mush,
Same.
just filled with pressure about the tournament. And then she stumbles upon Ren and another member of the student council being like, Ren, you gotta name a successor. You can't, no one's gonna step up if you don't do this. You gotta do the thing. And Ren's like,
Hmm. And then I was like, oh, Kinako's gonna be the next president.
and unsurprisingly,
It made sense as soon as that happened. I was like, oh, that's what they're setting up.
yeah.
Okay.
Ren has been trying to ask people about it, but they just keep being like, "Oh, I got this to do. I got this to do. I got this to do." She's like, "Everyone hates me. No,
No.
I'm just an awkward little weirdo gamer. No." So they put out a box to get suggestions of people who might want to do it. And then Ren takes Kinako to her house and is like, hey, you need some confidence. Have confidence in
Have confidence.
your lyrics. Also, you want a giant parfait. My dog's here as well. He got a little smaller somehow, but he's here.
That
Panting
parfait
a
looked
lot.
good as hell.
It was so big.
It's so big, but it looked good.
And Ren's also just like, you remind me of me, Kinako. We're both awkward, but we have strong wills. Kinako's like, okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Also, this became a musical at some point.
yeah, so we get like another segment of Kinako trying to write lyrics, and then she's like, I'm just gonna make this into a musical, and this has more musical notation or just like musical essence in it than the Love Live musical drama has had in the 2 episodes that we've watched so far. So I was like, wait a
Yep.
minute,
Yep. This
wrong
felt very
show.
musical for a minute.
Because he just starts drawing on the chalkboard and singing, and it's like that very Disney princess of her.
It's so Disney Princess.
Ren just walks in and is like, oh, okay. Hey, by the way, you want to be the student council president? And Kinako's like, huh? What? No, not. Very taken aback by it. Then like stumbles through the streets and just like, I don't know if I can do this. And
Starts yelling at one point.
yeah, and everyone's like, what is this kid doing? And it's like, bro, you can't be just yelling in the middle of the streets. People are gonna think you're weird. So we and Kinako talk, and we and also it's like, yo, you should have confidence. Have confidence.
Have confidence.
Also, like, you told me to like, help you out, even though like I'm younger than you, and like that I got respect for you for that. So like, you should have confidence in yourself, like you did then. Kinako's like, and then she goes home and writes a song in her book.
I didn't realize it was her at first though because she changed her hair and I was like, who is this?
Who is this person?
I don't know you.
Also, we get some brief talk about the third years and what they're going to be doing next. Sumare's getting more auditions. Ren's going to college. Chisato's closing down her home taco stand.
Yeah, the takoyaki stand is she's quitting her part-time job and got to become a dancer if she passes her audition.
Kanon's just being Kanon.
Yep.
Yeah, just thinking there's a lot of talk about the future, of course. And then we get to the next day, and Kinako is now going to become the student council president. She's got to give her big speech. She almost knocks down the microphone like she thought she did in her vision, but Ren catches it and she's like,
You're
hey,
not
we got your back.
alone.
We got your back, yo. And she gives a speech and everyone's like, yay.
Yay.
And then they go to perform at the Tokyo tournament. They perform Egao no Promise.
Hey gal, no
Very
promise.
Egao.
Hey gal.
EGAO, not Hey Gal. Some big snow halation vibes from the lighting and the snow falling.
Yup.
They win. They go through the Tokyo tournament. They're off to the nationals. They're off to go compete for Love Live. Everyone's very happy. That's this episode, essentially. Does this episode make you think more of Kinako, or just be like, man, they just kind of pushed her out of nowhere?
Yeah. She still didn't get any real characterization in this episode, so now she's just a character who is also the president.
And yeah, like the whole episode of this was just like, have confidence, and it's like, okay, I guess I'll have confidence now.
Mm-hmm.
Yippee!
Like I don't know. I want her to be a more interesting character.
She just doesn't have that.
Like, I'm gonna make a weird comparison. I guess it's not that weird, but like, do you remember in Saki, the episode with Shizuku, which is also a have confidence episode?
Mm-hmm.
And you have that like heart to heart in the classroom where
With Kasumi.
Kasumi is basically just like, dude, listen to me. You rule, and I'm gonna punch you if you think that you don't rule. Like, get it together. Um, like that episode did such a good job with the whole like confidence issues thing, but also like established more about Shizuku and gave her like more build up with her like acting interests and all that and how she was balancing things. Like that was a really, really good episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted here.
Yeah. Like, no one really, like, I mean, people were like, boosting her up, but it wasn't that much outside just like, hey, just have a little bit more confidence,
Right, like it was nothing that was unique to her.
Yeah.
It
And
was
like
just like,
it was
cool,
like
we're friends. Let's have confidence.
Yeah, Ren's just like, oh, you remind me of me, and Wien's just like, Wien's probably the one who's like gets the closest to it,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't really go all the way with it because like that's just not really Wien's character.
But also, like Rin does the whole like you remind me of me thing, but they haven't demonstrated that at all.
Yeah, it
They
was
haven't
just like,
demonstrated
oh,
her to be
we're
like at
awkward
all.
and strong-willed. It's like that's
Cool.
it.
That's a lot of the group.
Yeah. So there's that. Here's our other notes and trivia for this week. Surprisingly, the end card is of Ren and Kinako.
What?
I think this could be an interesting thing. I don't know how true it is, but it is a reference we could see here. There is a UR card of Kinako's in Love Live School Idol Festival 2.
No.
That the non-idolized version of it features Ren and Kinako backstage, and like Ren's tying up Kinako's tie, and this is inferring that like maybe Kinako becoming the successor is a reference to that.
Mm.
Like, I don't know how like pertinent that is, but it's something. And then Kinako does the yoga pose like Kanan did in the 5th episode of season 1.
Right, she does do that.
Yes. But that's it for this week. Next time, we have the penultimate episode of season 3. It's entitled Superstar. I'm guessing we're going to be getting ready for the Love Live finale.
Wow.
Well, the finals, I guess you'd say, really.
Right.
Someone's going to be a superstar. There's going to do a cover of Superstar by Saliva. Calling it here. But yeah, that's going to do it for us this week. If you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, so you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalanimecheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love Life Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. So join us next time, and we'll see if we become superstars.
Ooh.